words. She said, I should be thanking you. So thank you again, Ruth. Our next President's Volunteer Award goes to Calvin H. Johnson of the Boys and Girls Clubs of the, I'm having trouble reading this morning too, Conejo Valley Boys and Girls Clubs. Let me tell you a little bit about Cal. He was orphaned at the age of 4 and was raised in the Masonic Home for Children in Covina, California, until he was 18 years old, when he won a scholarship to attend USC and earned his business degree. He then became a lieutenant in the United States Air Force, where he began his aim to set his sights on commercial real estate and eventually in developing planned communities. He founded the Johnson Group in 1959, where he still serves as chairman of the real estate investment firm. Cal first learned about Boys and Girls Clubs of America through his friend, Joel Smilo, one of Boys and Girls Clubs of America's outstanding donors and supporters. Cal went on to become a national trustee for BGCA and has volunteered on the regional trustee board for approximately 10 years. After getting involved at the national level, Cal went on to become the founding chairman of the Boys and Girls Clubs of the greater Conejo Valley in Southern California. Under his leadership, beginning in 2001, his organization has opened 5 clubs on the campus of middle schools and 1 at an elementary school in the valley. Today, they serve approximately 2,000 children with quality, time-tested programs, enrichment, as well as other learning experiences. Cal has served on the boards of numerous organizations, including the Young Presidents Organization, the Museum of Science and Industry, and the Thousand Oaks Boulevard Association. He is currently a member of the Chief Executives Organization, USC Associates, and the Masons. Cal and his lovely wife Marge reside in North Ranch area of Westlake Village, California, and have 6 wonderful grandchildren and 2 children, Jeff and Janice. Let's take a look at the video that we prepared for Cal.
Well, I've known Cal for over 55 years. We've been married 55 years. He's absolutely dedicated to Boys and Girls Club. He spends night and day thinking about it, thinking what would go well, who's there in the office working with the kids.
He is working 24 hours a day, constantly carrying the spirit of the Boys and Girls Club, working with donors, working with details on the clubs.
I know that when Cal Johnston gets up in the morning, it's not just a matter of getting up and just going through the motions. He's thinking, he's committed to the Boys and Girls Clubs, and he wants to know what we can do to make it better.
I was raised in the Masonic Home for Children in Covina, California.
He, was very responsible, did some babysitting there. In high school, he went and he was student body president. And there, as he grew up, he was put in charge of 300 chickens. He had to take and feed them all. He had to collect the eggs from 300 chickens. So he had had a good experience there.
I was taught to be self-sufficient, self-starting, and living up to whatever commitment I made.
Cal had a great vision for the Boys and Girls Club in our area.
From the very beginning, he said this club is going to be built on the people.
The original objective was to have 6 clubs to serve the population in our area.
I've been with Cal since the beginning of his concept for the Boys and Girls Club. I've seen the struggles that he's gone through, the countless hours that he's put in. It's been a lot of work, but the day we saw those doors open, we knew it was worth it.
He works all day and all night still, but he loves it.
Volunteers make up a very important aspect of the Boys and Girls Club, and the experience for volunteering is something that is very important for everyone in the community.
he's a leader. I suspect he's always been a leader. I didn't know him until he was 65 or so, but certainly I've seen his leadership skills in practice.
Because it does indicate the wonderful support that we've been able to have for the boys and girls of our community, and people like you that made it happen. Thank you.
As the visionary, he sees that everything revolves around what's going to happen in the future, and in the future with the kids.
Well, we're trying to implement a number of new programs now. One in music, software engineering. We're looking at a lot of different things that will give kids capabilities that are able to be used in their high school and college activities, and then eventually in the workforce.
When I looked at some of the requirements for the Volunteer Service Award that Cal is receiving today, I saw the requirement for 4,000 hours contributed over a lifetime. I kind of smiled and chuckled and said, you know, Cal probably contributes 4,000 hours in a year.
Many of us have smaller thoughts and we build on them. He has giant finished thoughts that he refines and makes them even better.
It was kind of like he rolled out a canvas, and on the canvas was a blueprint as to what he thought the Boys and Girls Club should become within our community. And here we are over 10 years later, and I want to tell you that that canvas is becoming a reality in terms of the painting that has been created.
I see trees of green, red.
He's a courageous person. It takes courage to continue when some people are saying you can't do it.
He is very self-directed. He doesn't need somebody to come and push him. And you're not going to stop him. Once he gets started on something, he's going to complete it.
So congratulations, Cal, on receiving this award. You truly deserve it.
Cal, Marge, thank you for all you do for the kids.
Blessed day, the dogs say goodnight, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the President of the United States of America, the President's Volunteer Service Award goes to Calvin H. Johnson. And while Calvin's on his way out, let me tell you what he said to me just a few minutes ago before we started the presentation. He said, Jim,